Hi, everyone. Welcome to Voice of Our Own. I'm Allie Kinnear, and it is Wednesday night, so that means it's time for a late night snack. And what late night snack is a short and sweet video about life and self care and parenting. And tonight, we are going to talk about gratitude and how gratitude can literally change your life. Gratitude is one of these really interesting things. And I will tell you the reason why I'm talking about gratitude tonight is because we've been talking for the last couple of weeks about setting intentions and about setting resolutions and setting goals, which is what we do this time of year. And that is more looking forward, looking toward things that maybe you want more of in your life. As you create your vision board, you're thinking about things that you want to cultivate more of in your life or you want to invite into your life. Gratitude is the opposite. It's taking stock of what you already have and bringing appreciation for the things that are already there. So both of those things need to be there. If we're always yearning and wanting and desiring and never appreciating what we already have, then we miss things. And if you talk to anyone who has lost someone, anyone who has experienced the trauma and the upset of having a loved one pass away too soon or unexpectedly, one of the main things that they say is they wish they had cherished the ordinary moments, the times when things were just kind of easy and pleasant, or even when they weren't pleasant, just those ordinary days, those ordinary moments together. So cultivating gratitude is a way that we can do that, where we can really cherish each day and not let it just slip through our fingers. So I want to talk to you about some of my favorite ways of cultivating gratitude. Oh, and one last thing. Gratitude is also a really great tool to use when you are kind of doing that late night spinning. I used to work at a really intense job, and I had two little ones that were, an infant and a 2-year-old. And I would wake up at 3 a.m. almost all the time, spinning about work or spinning about the kids, or at the time I was living in the Bay Area, so I kept like imagining what would happen if an earthquake hit. You know how you just get into those little nasty thought patterns. And I was talking to my friend about how does she had more responsibility than I did at the time, and I said, how do you not spin in your head at night? And she said, I go to gratitude. When I catch myself spinning at night, I think I start counting the things or thinking to myself, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my safety. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for whatever it is. Hello, everyone that's joining. It's so funny. I can't see who's here unless you comment, but I can see 2 people are watching. Hello. Uh, but And I'll tell you, I use this with my daughter when she's having a hard time sleeping at night. If she starts telling me about a nightmare that she's having, I will go in and I will talk about how, what are you happy about? Oh, Eric is here. Hi. Hi, Kim. So good to see you. So I'll talk to her about the nightmares. Oh, Sarah. Hi. Hi. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Uh, I'll talk to my daughter if she's having nightmares or just those, Penelope Leach calls them nasty thoughts. She's English, so I can pull out my British accent. Where we talk about, what are you grateful for? What are the things that you really love? What are the things that you really enjoy? And I will tell you, thinking about our gratitude and naming our gratitude really helps pull you out of that space. So let me tell you a couple of ways that I do this, or that I love to do this. One is this beautiful tray here. If you can see it, I can't lift it up or I'm going to spill it. But it's a beautiful tray, and I have 7 stones. You can have as many stones as you like. My family is really into rocks and stones. I found this amazing heart stone. I don't know if you can see that, but against my black shirt. And I just picked stones that resonated with me. This smooth black one has a thin, tiny, thin white line going through it. Uh, just whatever stones speak to me. Sometimes I want something big and heavy that reminds me of something big in my life. And all I do is I pick up one and I hold it in my hand and I say to myself something I'm grateful for. I am so grateful, something big and heavy in my life. I'm so grateful for my health and the health of my family. I'm so grateful that we are in good shape. And I set it down and I move on to the next one. So that's one way. If you're more of a tactile person, might be something that works for you. And plus, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful, an inviting way to, and a physical reminder. Again, thinking about the anchors that we have, these physical presences that remind us of these practices. Little tray. I'll show you two more things. A friend of mine, and I'm sorry it's going to be backwards, a friend of mine gifted me something called the 5-minute journal. And it's a really great journal. And what every day you write in it, it's only 5 minutes, so we all should theoretically have 5 minutes. And in the morning time, you write down 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that would make today great, and 1 daily affirmation. I am a patient, loving, giving mom who slows down and appreciates my children today. Whatever it is that we need to affirm in ourselves. And then at night, you write down 3 amazing things that happen. And one thing, it asks the question, how could I have made today even better? And what I love about the 5-minute journal is it really primes the pump and it gets you thinking about what are the things I'm grateful for? What could make today a great day? What was so wonderful about my day? And what could make it better? So it really can help propel you forward. If this feels like too much work, which we know we're busy people, if this feels like too much work, you can also do something really simple. A friend of mine gifted me this journal. And it's just blank. It is blank pages. And every night I write down 5 things that I'm grateful for. And I'll give you some examples. My husband made an amazing dinner. Eating that amazing dinner. Watching, we had 2 boys that were probably 9 years old and they came over and they were doing the whip and nay-nay. And I just loved it. So I wrote, watching them dance the whip and nay-nay. I went and visited a friend of mine. She gave me this great, strong hug. And so I wrote down a beautiful, strong hug from my friend Maria. So it could be these little moments, but on your hard days when you can't even remember any little moment that was there. Oh my gosh, Teresa from New Zealand, hello. Jennifer from San Diego, hello. Even if on your hard days, if you can't remember the little moments that added up, you can remember those big things. I have a house over my head. I have a job. I have a loving husband, or I have 2 beautiful children. You can remember some of those things. And I'll tell you, Brene Brown has this great analogy about gratitude. She talks about how many of us will believe that we have an attitude of gratitude. Oh, Australia. Sorry, Teresa. We have so many conversations about New Zealand and our lovely friend there, Australia. So Brene Brown talks about having an attitude of gratitude, which is really different from actually practicing gratitude. So she describes it in this way. She has an attitude of yoga. She has the yoga pants and the yoga mat, and she, Jennifer, poor New Zealand. She has the yoga mat and the yoga pants, but she has an attitude of yoga. She doesn't actually practice yoga. And as you can see, you don't really quite reap the benefits of yoga if you're just wearing yoga pants everywhere and you own a yoga mat, which is taking up space in your closet. And that's how gratitude works. You can have an attitude of gratitude, but there's something really different that happens when you name something specific that you're recalling that happened in your day. There's something really specific about it changes the way you see the world when you go, you know what, when those two 9-year-old boys were over here dancing and letting loose, that was a beautiful moment. You start to notice things that maybe would have just passed by, or you might have just thought, oh, that was interesting, but then kept going. So I offer you gratitude. I'm grateful that you're all here and that you're watching, and I hope you do all you can to cultivate gratitude in your life. It really can change things. It changes the way you see the world. It can change the way that when you are in struggle, when you are having hard times and everything feels full of despair or in desperate situation, gratitude can really be an anchor and a port in the storm. So I will leave you with that. I wish you a full night of uninterrupted sleep and rest, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much. And if you have any ways that you practice gratitude in your life, leave it in the comments. All right. Take care and have a wonderful night. Oh, and bye, Michelle.